So it's Sunday, October 13th. Week 2 of Scary Message Readathon is being uploaded right now as we speak. It'll be up Monday by 8 p.m. So anyway, or 8 a.m. sorry. So I'm gonna try the new candy today because this weekend or next weekend I don't think I'll do a lot of reading because, well, I mean, I'm off Friday, so we'll see. I have a powwow to go to. Hold on, let me fix you. Just like a bit. There you go. I have a powwow that I gotta go to on Friday and Saturday, so I don't think I'll get much reading done during those times. I don't know. We'll see. So let's reading it on my Kindle. It's not focusing because it's on me. So this one is A Taste of New Horror. Which foul flavor amongst these 10 tales of torment? Ooh, it's Tales of Torment. So it's like a novella. It's like story, it's like a short story. So that's cool. And otherworldly strangeness will please your palate. An imbecile man is taken advantage of for decades before finally considering an act of sweet revenge. A single soon-to-be mother experiences a bizarre sequence of events triggered by her artificial insemination. A wide-eyed boy goes along to house sit with his poor excuse of a father, only to find out the property harbors somewhat disturbing secrets. A newly married couple that enjoys pursuing their limits to the extreme gets access to a special museum exhibit that is not quite finished. A pervert accidentally slays his mistress during an outlandish sex act. Oh, what? But did she deserve it? Two girls head out to a club to celebrate reaching their legal drinking age, only to encounter the most hellish nightlife imaginable. Choose from all of these and more. Step into the shoes of disturbed fringe of society. Explore potential for evil in humanity. Your misery awaits. This volume contains 20 illustrations. Cool. Viewer discretion is advised. That's interesting. So it's like 10 novellas. Cool. Oh, it's downloading. Hang on. So anyway, I'll be starting that. That's interesting. Yeah. The donor, the house owner. Ooh. Cool. This will be interesting. So I'm gonna start that. Me and Stella, and her daddy, we went off to downtown. We went to a pet store. It didn't have much clothes in it, but it had a whole bunch of treats, and it was a nice experience. And then we went to one of my favorite bookstores that's downtown. It's really cool. And then we went in there, and she saw everything. She smelled all the smells. We went potty in a grassy area downtown, and then we ended up going to Cookout and ate lunch. And then we ended up going to the Home Depot, where I had to go potty because I had to pee. And of course, if I eat something out in public, I've got to go number 2. I don't know why. And I'm not gonna wait till I get home. If I gotta go poop, I'm gonna go poop, okay? Sorry for the TMI, but anyway. Went to potty, but then we also looked at the Halloween decorations. She got scared by a little doll that was in a rocking horse, rocking back and forth. She got scared by that. That was funny. But the other thing she was very fine with. And then we went on the other end where all of the garden stuff is, but right before you get to the garden stuff, there's Halloween, there's Christmas stuff already up. There's a whole bunch of trees, and then there was a talking Santa, a moving reindeer. She was fine by that. But then once the minions started moving, it's like one of the minions singing Christmas carols. Yeah, she didn't like that. Nope, she hid behind me and hid because she did not like the minion. So she didn't like minions. She does not like minions. Anyway, after that, we went into out to the lawn and garden area. We sniffed some flowers. She drank some concrete water. I guess for a winter they were watering the flowers. And then we went home. And she's been crashed this whole time. And that's it. Oh, start this book. And then I will be... Ooh, Clive Barker. One man's pornography is another man's theology. Ooh, Clive Barker quoted this one. I gotta read him. So, yeah. We'll get into that. And I'll catch you later. So, my husband's doing Facebook Reels. So, ignore him. It's funny. He's up in the Facebook Reels. So, while I'm going to get my wine out, I'm not drinking it in this. That's crazy. But, just read, the first short story. What the fuck? Oh, God. Anyway, I just got done reading the first short story, Tried and Drink Candy. So, long story short, anyway, so long story short, Try the New Candy is about this guy named Sam, who is, working at a candy factory, not a factory, it's like a company that does vending machines and stuff like that. And you go around, you deliver all, the people who go around and in the vending machines and put Coke, things like that in there. They put Coke, they put all the snacks in there. But he's basically like that guy. He basically goes around and does that. Try not to open this. So I feel like I'm gonna die. So he basically does that. So for a living. Jesus. There's a lot of concentration. I'm so sorry for the long pause. I might have to have my husband help me. Independent. I'm independent. I did not do that perfectly. I did not do that perfectly. Oh wait. It's my box wine, okay? It's hard. Anyway, so he basically does that. I'm so scared if I had that open, I would die. So he does that for a living, and he's been paid like shit pay. So 15 years he's been living at this place, right? And then all of a sudden this, Red was like, hey, so I'm gonna give you the company, whatever. You're gonna pay it off XYZ, whatever. He's like, finally, I've made it. I have made it into this company. I worked my butt off, it has to shine on dogs' butts after all. That's basically what he was thinking. But then this hot girl comes in, Candy, with all the assets going for her, all of the assets. And she uses that very much to her advantage. And of course, the guy, he takes advantage of it. And of course, she sets up Stanley that he's been harassing her. And he's not, and he gets on mad. He's like, get the fuck out of my office. You're not getting the company after all. And just prior to that, she threatens him, saying, you're lucky I might have you still keep this job after I'm done with Brad, whatever. And then, after that meeting, and he's sitting there crying in his car, and Candy's like, after she's done with her smokes, something just snaps in him. Instead of him getting all the coins from all of the deliveries of, or the deposits of the candy machines, he's going to like Lowe's or Home Depot or Harbor Freight or one of those harbor stores, gets a chainsaw. She comes in the office and he basically beats her with a bag of coins, which I'm like, yes. she deserved to get beat with a bag of coins. He saws her up and puts her into the candy machine. And of course, Red comes in afterwards like, oh my god, he beats him with a bag of coins, ties him to the chair, and forces him to, with a funnel, to take all of the coins into his stomach and ends up exploding and dying. So, good for him. He ends up going to prison. He turns himself in. So it's like, you know what, yeah, you had your revenge, but you turned yourself in. Good for you. He has life with no possibility of parole, but then everyone in the prison's like scared of him, and he finally gets respect that he deserves and lets him watch his wrestling on Monday nights. So that's basically what happened. Yeah, so we're on to the donor now. Well, I'll let you know how that goes after I'm done reading that. It seems like there's going to be really, really short, so it's going to be so fun. So, I'll let you know how that goes. So, yeah. I was definitely rooting for Stanley, because that candy bitch, she deserved to get hit with a bag of coins. And Red deserved to get a bunch of coins shoved down his throat. I'm sorry. No life with you get $1 million, sir. You do not get you know what? You do not. You're not the prison, sir. You get $1 million. You get $1 million after that, okay? You're set free. You are pardoned, my sir. My good man, you're pardoned. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, very interesting, very cool. So I'll catch you later. I just discovered that the donor is a prequel for Scary Bastard. This is the prequel of how Edmund was made. And how, yes, I just discovered that. Because now she's getting the call, and she's sitting down. And I'm like, wait. And it clicked. A click happened in my brain. This is about Edmund. His little pre-story. Okay, so finished. Oh my god, I forgot. Edmund's story. Finished that. And I also finished house sitting. So basically there's a kid and a father. The dad was shown on pornographic content and horror movies and very like explicit, like showing them the things of porn. Very, very not cool. And then also when they house sit for a neighbor, whatever the situation was, it's come to find out that the son has been like shooting his dad up with heroin. So not only is he a heroin addict, but he is a drunk. So he, the kid has every intention to try to explore the house to see what videos that this lady has, because he wants to watch porn because of his dad, and he wants to see what kind of videos she has. Like, oh yeah. And then so after he shoots his dad up with heroin, he goes to sleep. He, just like, Frank Gallagher would do, messed himself, passed out. But he's exploring, and then he comes to find out there's this little secret hideaway place where there's 2 dead girls, or 1 dead girl, and then 1 girl who's like not there, like she's banging her head like up against the wall. Well, he ends up like, the kid ends up having this horrible idea because of all the grooming and all the stuff he was seeing because of his dad. He ends up taking the girl out, killing her, and tries to get his rocks off by putting his ding dong in eye socket. And so then he realizes, oh, my thing's not doing what the things do that the men do in those videos. So he ends up like trying to go in her vajayjay, but obviously she's like not ready because she's dead. So he ends up like putting a knife through her. You're all nice and ready, and does this whole thing. So he basically spends hours just sexually assaulting a dead body. This kid, we don't know how old this kid is. We have no indication of how old this kid is, but yeah. So but then months later, after they've done the house sitting, his dad contracts HIV, and then he, shoots himself. He's like, I don't want that gay disease. I'm not gonna say the word because it's very, very bad. It was Faggot, that word. Gaggot. But with an F. He didn't want that Gaggot disease. But with an F. I'm not saying it because it's horrible. So, yeah. So this kid decides, ooh, I'm gonna you're the best in school. Supposed to his whole aspirations in life is to get a big old house, big old doll house, because this lady was obsessed with like dolls. But he wants something very, very deep where he can hide everything deep down in the bowels of his house to do and recreate what he did in that house. So yeah, and now we're reading about a guy. He owns a barbershop that's solely, going out of business because, he's had since like the Reagan days. So like, so he's not been keeping up with the times as really some old people do. And he's shaving his friend's beard off to a 5 o'clock shadow. It's actually called 5 o'clock shadow. So I don't know how well this is going to do. But one indication is there's flies going around this guy, like quite a bit. And I don't know what makes you think, like, for some reason, like the flies aspect makes you think of. Okay, so the flies aspect make me think of the. What did I just read? Oh my god. Through the Eyes of Desperation. That guy. I don't know if this is a prequel to that story. I don't know, but it just makes me think of that. So there's that. I don't know what kind of sinister things are going to happen in there, so we'll see. So I'm reading my weird books again. Yep.
I just test each one.
Oh, he's testing out his lights. We're doing not Christmas lights, but Halloween lights. He's doing a tester. We've got bats. Don't we?
Got bats.
We've got bats. I'll have to show you guys later. Yeah, he's a little batty. But yeah, I'm going to see what kind of sinister things are going to happen in here. Okay, now I'm surprised. The 5 o'clock shadow, it was just about, an old man having a barbershop. And he Anole is giving his friend a last haircut. Because he ends up dying. And he reads about him in the obituaries. That was sad. Like, there was no gore, no nothing. No sexual assault of dead bodies or just women in general. No poop.
What do you want?
Or people, soiling themselves. No people eating eyeballs or forced to be eating eyeballs.
What?
Right, so I'm just as shocked. Nothing. Right? See, she's surprised. She just surprises me. But that's just sad. Little man giving his friend his last haircut without even knowing because he dies. That was sad. Okay, so me and Zell went our wraparounds, like I said, and we're in like this little cutaway area. We're like to another neighborhood, like kind of is right next to us. So gotta make sure no cars hit us and we go splat. So this story is, oh, she's peeing. So not oh she's peeing, but this story is about a couple who gets invited to a museum. And it's in New Orleans. So we'll see how well this goes. They just got married, like very morbidly fake blood. And then they consummated the marriage in a cemetery. Which, I mean, I guess you can't go wrong with that. I mean, if you're going to do it like that, go all out, man. Go off. Am I right? So I'm just listening and we'll see how well this goes. I think I'm going to finish this book tonight. So, I'll probably finish this book tonight, and then I'll go on to the next one, and then I think for like, depending on how quick I finish that one, I'll probably reread The Slob, because I guess that's been coming, right? Reading The Slob has been coming. Yeah. It was an impending doom that I had to get around to at some point, right? So yeah. Just having a good old time, just in the wooded areas. Yeah, so I'll catch you later with any more impending thoughts or impending doom that'll happen. Okay, so Daddy and Stella, they're having their footsie time. So that's why he's going, like, fussing and, like, playing with her. So, see, look at him. Stalking. She's stalking. He's chasing his feet. So, did they deserve it thing. I'm on the breakdown right now. But the guy, he has this like fantasy of, he has BDSM things going on. So he's having his little fun with his little girl. Sorry, let me start that over. That sounded really creepy.
Where'd she go?
I don't know where she's at.
Where'd she go?
So he's having a little fun with his little side piece, right? And then in the midst of her BDSM like scene, she dies, and he doesn't know what to do. And so calmly says, "Hey, I was having sex with this lady, and we had a BDSM scene, and then an accident turned to." And he's overthinking all thing, and he goes to friend Trent, and he ends up trying to help him, going him to help him, get rid of the body. XYZ. They're in the house, and all of a sudden someone comes up with a baby mask and saying, Kendra. And it turns out it's her brother. So she be fucking her brother. And then it turns out that they were messing around with each other, and they had actually killed somebody, and an oversized man, and they were trying to get him to without his head. So
reading about hoe bags.
Hey, nasty hoe bags that give blowjobs to dead people.
Whew.
Nasty. With her brother.
Whew.
And she's also fucking the brother too.
Whew. Language.
Nasty. So that happens, and so at that point you're like, oh, they both should die. So they've taken the dead sister and the live brother to this big field like 2 hours away. Trent kills the brother, but then he also kills Rex, the guy who accidentally killed the girl, because he's like, you're cheating on your pregnant wife, and you decided to get me involved. Bang, you're dead. So he actually ends up like, he got rid of the witness. So yeah, that's how they ended up. Crazy. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
So crazy. So now I'm on the breakdown. I don't know what that's going to be about, but we'll see. It's time to feed the pigs. I'm going to continue on listening in this book, reading this book, and see what else we can get into this. Okay.
2,000 years later.
Hey, it's Friday. I'm off. Yay. Supposed to go to the powwow today, but found out late that Friday the powwow opens up at 3:30 to the public, so meaning like me and other people can go, like it opens at 3:30. So they have a school day for all the school kids. They can go in and get an education of the tribe and everything like that and what's going on. Hi. Yep, Stella's barking at the neighbors. So, aw. So yeah. So I'm just hanging out. I read a little bit. Actually, I have not read in a couple days because I've been like so deep in the Menendez brothers case. Because I've been deep into that. I actually got 2 books that I might be reading here eventually. I got them in the house. I got one that's actually coming in November, which is weird. I have no idea where it's coming from. It's coming in November, so I'll get it when I get it. You know what I mean? But I did finish through Try the New Candy. I would say overall they're really good. The last 2 stories. The one story was they're all not real or something like that, or they all don't exist, something like that. Basically, it's this website that you open up, you see all these weird pictures of people that you don't think exist. So it's basically, it's almost like The Ring. You watch The Ring and then like you have 7 days to live. Yeah. So basically, you open this website, you download these pictures, and then the pictures that you download and see, they actually end up following you, and then you end up like them somehow. This guy, he opens up some photos, then he goes out, and all of a sudden he sees the people that he's seen in the photos, and then one visits him, and then it cuts to a girl. I was like, hey, look at all these photos. This is a really cool website. She does the same thing as the other guy, and then she actually gets visited by the guy who you read about opening the pictures, who is stalked by the people in the pictures, and that was really cool. So basically, it's like the Ring concept. And then there was the last one about these girls, partying, living life up, and they finally turn 21, and they end up going to a gothic / hell themed club that their goth friend ends up taking them, but she ends up dying. Then they end up dying, and the girl ends up going down to this dungeon, I guess presumably down to hell. So it's very interesting. So yeah, now I am reading what am I reading? What's this thing called? All Smiles Till I Return. So right now it's there's people who work at a call center at a bank. Okay, I'm having a meeting, and the guy who you're reading about had a very bad call. The customer's upset. Gave him his full name. Says the manager will call you later. Wasn't planning on doing it, but one of the employees is a nervous guy. Doesn't speak very much. He's very nervous, jittery guy. He walks out. Can I go get some water? And then he's like, yeah, sure, go get some water. And then he comes in, and he's supposed to shoot the place up. So yeah, take off from there. It's almost like Stanley. He's he's a disgruntled employee who's probably been overlooked his whole life, probably even stepped on, used his whole life, and now he's had enough. He's shooting everybody up. So that's where I'm at right now. I hope this is very short, an hour and 20 minutes. I'm finished it today, and then I'll be good to go. And then in the reading vlogs, I'm definitely not gonna have time to squeeze in the slob or Song of the Slob, because tomorrow we're gone all day because we're gonna be at the powwow, hanging out, watching the dancers, me going around to hi to my relatives that's down there, and then come home. Oh, I have my readathon today, so I have to read something. Stella, stop. Stella, stop. You have to read something. So I might be reading something. So I might start slob then, because I gotta read something. I totally forgot about that. But I guess after that, then I'll then I'll end the vlog after the readathon or the reading sprint. That's tonight at 8 p.m. I gotta send out a reminder post. Gotta advertise. Advertising is very, very key. Yeah, so there's that. And then Sunday, Stella has a grooming. She has her spa day. And then I only work Monday and Tuesday next week. And the 23rd is my birthday. So I'm off the 23rd, 24th, 25th. And I get to just read or snuggle or do nothing. That's gonna be fun. So, all the updates. That's what's going on. I'll catch y'all on a reading sprint. Or on the next clip update. So, see you later. We're back. Yep, that's Stella. She's up on the back of the couch, just chilling like a villain. Look at how tiny, cute, adorable she is. Anyway, so finished. Oh, what did I finish? I forgot. Hold on. What was it? What was it? There. All Smiles Till I Return on the Kindle. Anyway, I finished that. It was very interesting concept, to say the least. It's basically where it starts off where a guy, he is shooting up everybody in his office because he's disgruntled. But it starts off like that, but it's not. I thought it was gonna go to where where the whole book is gonna be where he holds everybody up, and then says why he's killing everybody, because maybe he's disgruntled. He has been pushed over his whole life, and he's taking his revenge on everybody at this boring ass 9 to 5 job. Getting yelled at by customers, getting abused, and manager not doing nothing about it. That's where I thought that was gonna go, but it didn't go that way. So it starts off like that to kind of make you think, but then it kind of takes a turn. So everybody essentially dies, and then they go into just where you find out that world that they live in, they're in a simulation, and so they're in a simulation, and there's these people that's called the Thorns that basically created this whole world. They created alcohol, drugs, HIV, AIDS, just as like a big social experiment to, just a big social experiment to mess with everybody. And then once you die, you go into their world, and it's a really, I can't explain what the world is. There's just like, you're naked, you have no clothes, you're naked, you ain't got no clothes. You are just going around being a form of entertainment to the Thorns or to other people. Like, there was a lady who gave birth to a baby. She smashed the baby's face, killed it, and then reinserted itself into her, and kind of like Quagmire's mom. You know where that in Family Guy, where Quagmire he says, I was born 9 times that day. He's explaining why he's a pervert like that, but yeah. And Janie and the other guy, can't remember his name. They're trying to make their way out of it, but he ends up to get the answers with this little guy named Fink. He's like, because he has little tiny baby teeth because he never got his adult teeth, and so now he lives like almost like this little penthouse of like just teeth everywhere, like fleshy tongue chairs and couches. So he's like, a gum job. I want to watch you kick her teeth out and then her do a gum job on you. So they do that, and then of course everything goes back. But yeah, he basically tells them all this very strange, complicated thing about how they're in a simulation. This is where you go after you die. There's no hell. There's no heaven. The bright light that you would see. Okay, of course I got spam texting me. And the bright light that you see that's just made up. But the main guy, he ends up, well, the girl, Janie, she wants to get back to her kids because her husband's abusive, and he shook up the baby and like almost killed one of her babies. And she sees the preview, and he's peeing on the other baby. He's like saying shut up. He's all drunk and shit, and he's like just peeing on the baby and trying to drown the baby in his pee. They stopped that after that, but then the other guy ends up going up because they want him back up, and he goes back to the life. Apparently he was in a coma for like a couple weeks. He ends up just kind of going back to life, and he's just like, I don't want to be here. I want to be in the other world. I don't know why, because I guess he's in love with Janie. And then he ends up going and killing JD's kids, because so the kids can go to Janie in the afterlife thing, and then they end up, reuniting. But then there's this thing called the lottery. I guess in this lottery, whoever gets picked to go back and restart their life as something else, like as another gender or possibly a dog, but he ends up being a baby girl, and he is conscious. He's really quiet. He's not like a fussy baby, but it's really weird because he remembers all the stuff, but as he's getting older, he's like 3 years old at this point, and he is slowly not remembering the afterlife and his old memories and stuff. So the whole time he's trying to kill himself as a baby, 3-year-old baby, and then he's going over this gate. He saw how his mom unlocked the gate because his mom's a drunk at this point. She drinks. Never plays with with him as a baby girl, little 3-year-old, and then he's like trying to kill himself, but he's like, why do I want to kill myself? I don't remember why. And then he's like, oh, why do I want to go down those stairs? So yeah, Jeannie, what's that her name? And then he sees the frog that she was playing with as baby girl 3. Oh, my frog! I miss my frog. He sits with me and watches TV, and then it kind of just cuts. So I guess we don't know if he dies. Yeah, it was really weird. So anyway, after all that, my brain's kind of like mushy right now. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to do that one or get this one out of the way. Because it's literally only like, Cook 2. There's going to be Cook 2. Ooh, fun. So I don't know if I want to get that one out of the way. Ooh. I might do that one to get it out of the way and then maybe start. I don't know. I might just get this out of the way. I don't know. So I'm kind of just stick. I don't know, we'll see. So to be determined. But yeah, that's all my updates. Just chilling. That's all I'm doing. So anyway, I'll see you later.
needs a second. Let's give them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, our future. your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for the first song of that final portion, final style of the ladies' traditional Get You Some Water.
As you can tell, we are missing our very, very important co-host, Stella. She is at the groomers. She's having her spa day. So, what I ended up reading, I did end up reading Cuck. Really short. So, the Cuck is basically, it's basically a demon. Poses as an old man, saying, hey, I need you to sleep with my wife because I'm old and I can't get it up no more. I want to have her pleased. That's it. So that ends up having these two guys, but whenever you have any, like, sexual act, anything, he pops up and then makes you mutilate yourself, which happens to one of the guys. And the other guy ends up being celibate for the rest of his life. There's supposed to be a Cuck 2 soon. Coming soon, so we'll see. Ended up reading that. That was super quick. Putting the slob on hold, I started Yellow. Which is supposed to be for Handy Dandy List. It's supposed to be for week 4, but I started it during the reading sprint because I need why not? Because I need to read Modern Hysteria after Yellow. But anyway, Yellow is basically okay. So there's this man. He owns a corner store, like a little quickie mart in like a not so nice part of town. So it gets graffitied all over. He gets robbed, he gets pushed over. His wife's like, oh, you're a pushover, XYZ. You're supposed to protect me. What am I supposed to happen if something happens to us? We get robbed. Well, that exact thing ends up happening because one of the guys that was fucking with him was like, you don't remember me? Well, XYZ. He ends up picking up one of his friends from prison who has not had any female interaction. So what they do, they end up breaking into their house / corner store, because it's above the corner store, and violently rape both the wife, but the wife's body likes it. It's really weird. Like she finds herself having a release, and then the guy's like, well, I can't get off this. She's squirming and yelling and whatever. I can't do that. So he ends up like violently assaulting the guy's mouth. Then he, yeah. But at the corner of the guy's eye, he sees that his wife's like kind of like she's not necessarily liking it, but I think it's the fact of like, I told you this would happen and you did not listen to me, so here, this is what you get kind of situation. So yeah, basically I think that's what she's probably thinking, is like, hey, this is what you get. And then come to find out when he's in the hospital, the guy makes her further assault her husband by putting a knife in his booty hole and then putting bleach down there, so he had to heal. But then after, when he comes home from all that, he's very scarred. He's very, really messed up with this experience. He ends up going to their house, and she hung herself. But then after she's hung herself, he can still hear her nagging. And then because their mortgage / rent wasn't paid, so he's trying to, they're late, so he's trying to get that resolved. And the lady's like not really listening. She's like, well, why didn't your wife do it? And she did it on purpose. So they kick him out. And then of course one of the cops that was there, he's a crooked cop. He's like, if you do anything else, I can frame you for being a pedophile. And then he's kind of like losing it at this point. And I think he's gonna get his revenge, because that's where it stopped. So yeah, I think he's gonna get his revenge. But yeah, not a whole lot happened this week, since I read pretty much things early. That I've been watching the Menendez case for the past couple of days, and then this week, yesterday we had the powwow, which you'll see. Which if you guys have seen on my YouTube shorts, I posted some things on there. So it was a 52nd annual Wakamatsu powwow. I went there, saw some relatives there, and I got me some pretty good stuff. I actually got me my very first, hold on, let me go get it. It's gonna look really ridiculous with this shirt on, but this is a handmade ribbon skirt, which a lot of Native women placed around my culture. Hang on, I think I got it on backwards. Hold on. Nope, I got it on right. I just gotta, cause like they got pockets, so that's how I know which one's the front, which one's the back. But it's handmade. It's hand sewn. This is I forget what kind of like cloth this is, but it's very special. It's very hard to find. Once you find this particular cloth, you have to make sure you wash it really, really nice. But yeah, if you see, like, if you were there or any, at least here in North Carolina, if you see any like powwow or here, you'll see a lot of our women wearing these. So I've noticed these coming up, since I've been following some of the people there. So I got this, just my very first one. I also got me some sage. I remember I used to sage with my dad, and I can actually use the sage since I am Native American, so I'm not culturally appropriating anything because it's my culture. So I smudged for the first time last night by myself, and it was a kind of a cool moment. I just remember, doing it with my dad on the front porch, just very simple, have some good thoughts, say what we want to say out to the universe or whatever you wanted to do to our creator, whatever's. But yeah, got some pretty good handmade earrings I can wear, so I think that's awesome, because right now I'm in the process of educating myself about my culture and my particular tribe and our story, because due to my dad's disease, him being an alcoholic and addicted to drugs, and alongside with my mom, we're not the best two in the world, was not the best pair in the world with both their problems and issues, but they had a disease. That's how I see it now. They didn't get the proper help, or nor did we know where to give them proper help, like we now know today. So he dropped the ball, but that's because of his disease. We're not going to be overly going to harp on it, but we're doing it now. That's what it matters. So yeah, got all that. It was very, very exciting. Got my very first ribbon skirt, which was handmade. A lot of the stuff is handmade, so it was expensive, but it's handmade, hand sewn, and it's awesome. And the lady who I actually bought it from, she is actually a indigenous Native American woman too. So cool, because it's like at these pop-ups, and so sometimes you really don't know if they're Native American, if they're authentic. At these, sometimes you have to kind of take a leap of faith and hope that they are. But then I looked into it later on the Facebook and the Instagram, and on our website, and I found out it made me so much more happier. So that's awesome. I think that will be the end of this week's reading vlog, and I think I might put up maybe the powwow as like a separate thing, just like on its own. I don't know, we'll see. But it's in here at the end of this vlog, but I want to make sure it's shared with everybody in case not everybody makes it to the end of the vlog. So I might do that, put it out, and show pictures of what I got. So that is that. I will see you guys on I think it's week 4 of Scary Bastards Readathon next week. So I'll be continuing with Yellow, and then I'll read Modern Hysteria, and then I will continue on to whatever else books I will be reading for week 5. And I think that'll be the time where it'll be Halloween, and my reading sprint that we're having with William from William's Library, I will be up early, like I think 5:45, 5:30. It won't be like a long reading sprint like it was last Friday, but just because I gotta go to work. I be work at 8 a.m. Yeah, so there is that. I'll post all those updates on YouTube Shorts and everything like that, so be on the lookout for that. But otherwise, I will see you guys later. Hope you guys are having a lovely morning, day, evening, wherever you guys are at in the world, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye!